very much, moderator, and I'm delighted to be speaking on this day on the issue of assessment of life skills and values, especially in the East African region, but I'm sure globally eventually. I'm so happy that we are talking about a topical issue today, and that is about life skills and indeed values. And I'm being asked for a video and values. I begin this with a question. Where is the issue? And what is the issue? Today, too many students who are successful in school do not learn enough of the skills and knowledge aligned with the current and future needs of employment and the further development, especially our economies and Uganda in particular. And this is a quotation from some of our researchers who have been trying to find out more about this. The second issue here is the methods of teaching do not foster deep understanding of subjects or help learners to understand the connection between school learning and their personal life. Education tends to be based on rote learning, and we all know this, and it has been happening in many of our countries. And this is again by Allen et al., who have been researching on this. And then here, I ask a question, why life skills and values? We know that we've taught, but people come up, they cannot sweep their room, they cannot tidy up their places, they cannot do the nitty-gritties. The values, what is it that they value, the personalities? What about the life skills? Are these people able to do something for themselves, to live in the community and together with others? Are they cooperative? Are they respecting others? And many of the life skills that we all know about. What about other aspects that make you a person or who you are over and above the academics that we have emphasized? So for our young learners to thrive confidently and competently today, they require life skills indeed. And I'm happy that the initiative is coming up boldly and distinctly to bring out the issues of life skills and values, and to say that we should begin to look at them more critically and deeper than we've done before. This will ground them, that's the learners, life skills indeed and values, to become inquisitive, self-aware learners who are able to make informed decisions, recognize and address risky issues, thus rendering them dynamic, constructive, and resilient in the 21st century and fearless citizens. Indeed, when we talk about learning how to learn, encouraging our learners, our children to learn how to learn, they develop certain life skills. Are they inquisitive? Are they able to look for information? Are they able to learn? So this dynamic, to be constructive and resilient and to take care of certain aspects that make you a whole person and a complete person, you certainly require life skills and indeed the values that we're talking about here. Tapping life skills in the new secondary curriculum. Here, I'm going to share an example or a case study of ourselves here in Uganda and what we have exactly tried to do in the new reformed lower secondary curriculum for Uganda. How can we harness the opportunity that ALiVE presents today? And I'm so glad and happy to be associated again with ALiVE, because you are tapping into what has been bothering us and what we're trying to solve or touch into. So can it be aligned to the objectives of the new developed curriculum for lower secondary? And indeed, the answer to me here is yes. The new competency-based secondary curriculum for Uganda offers a rare opportunity to not only position our learners for academic success, but to equally enable them become skilled citizens ready to join the world of work and confront today's challenges. So how do the learners develop that self-esteem that we've longed for over the years, that maybe ourselves we didn't get? That self-actualization, that they can confront the world challenges, that they can be creative and innovative because of how we have nurtured and brought them up in the school system, because of how we have taught them and how maybe our forefathers used to teach us. So what is it that we can do to create citizens that we would love to see and that belong to the 21st century? So life skills are integrated in the new lower secondary curriculum as generic skills. That's what Uganda has called them. Education stakeholders in Uganda recognize the importance of developing these life skills. They lie at the heart of every subject in the curriculum and enable the learner access and deepen learning across the curriculum. And we've taken the teachers through to look at the methodologies and teaching approaches that will bring about the aspect of life skills, but which we have referred to as generic skills. So what are these generic skills that we put in our new lower secondary curriculum as Uganda? These are critical thinking. How do we create critical thinking? How do we develop you into a critical thinker? How do we tap you into being able to reflect, think about an issue, and think and be analytical as you read and think as what you're reading through? So what are the kind of skills that you need to be able to develop that? How can you think beyond being? So can we avoid telling you and we see whether we can tickle your brain to give us something more than what you are being exposed to, so that you can become a critical thinker, a problem solver. What is it? We have created what we call activities of integration in our curriculum. What is it that you can do an activity and in there you are solving a societal problem? So most of the activities are tailored towards what kind of problem do you have in your village, in your neighborhood, and you can be able to solve it by the knowledge that you're getting in chemistry and physics and whatever. Creativity and innovation is one of the other generic skills. Communication and cooperation and self-directed learning, learning how to learn. I have said that earlier. Mathematical computation and indeed ICT proficiency through the most basic ICT that you have to the most complicated. So key also in this new curriculum are the values. And these are depicted mainly in the approaches to teaching, but also in what is learned, i.e. how to respect elders. You kneel down to greet them, or you humble yourself. How do you show respect of a certain situation, or when you are greeting elders, or when you are dealing with? So respect, love. How do you show love in the group discussions are some of the other issues that we've put on. So what are the key focus areas for action in this particular presentation? I look at, it is essential to train school leaders and most especially teachers on how to nurture these skills and provide instruments for assessing these skills for both summative and formative assessment purposes. And we've given details on that. To enable teachers adopt context-relevant teaching and learning methodologies that foster life skills, i.e. in groups, who is not cooperative, who is not collaborating, or who is not active, who is not respecting others' ideas, and who is not showing love and affection to what they're doing, the empathy that you see in a child as you take them through a certain situation and they are in a group discussion. That is just an example, but there may be others that we need to look at that bring about issues of life skills and values and even attitudes as we teach. So we also offer teachers tools. The areas to focus on is offer teachers tools for assessing learners' acquisition of these competencies across all subjects. That one for sure is being echoed in this conference, and I'm sure that we're going to take it forward. To avail an open ground for the young people in school and beyond school confines to adopt these skills. So what are those follow-up activities that the children take home or go back with to their communities, and they are able to show that indeed they have certain life skills or they have certain values that we'd love to see in our 21st century child or in our young ones today. To learn from each other, how are the rest doing it? That is collaborative learning. Learning from collaborating with others across the world. It may be even outside the East African region, but what is it that you can copy that is good and you can also do it? Community sensitization on the relevance of life skills and how they can be continually nurtured at household level is another aspect. And as I conclude, the ALiVE initiative is indeed a concrete opportunity, and I love to hear more about it. And I feel thrilled as I talk about it even now, that it has come timely to save our children today. So the assessment of life skills and values in East Africa project is a priceless opportunity for us to improve the learning and assessment of life skills and values in our communities, as the possibility to access a localized open source assessment tool becomes a reality. Congratulations, Dr. Mugo and team. It is no longer business as usual, but a gold mine to tap as far as fostering an assessment of life skills and values is concerned. For this, we are extremely grateful. We at the National Curriculum Development Center, and indeed I'm sure Uganda, and remain available to learn, unlearn, relearn, and collaborate. Asante sana, for God and my country.